Once upon a time, back in the MS-DOS era, Design Your Own Railroad was developed on behalf of a local software publisher by an independent programmer in his hometown of Eugene, Oregon. The programmer was Jim Dill, and his railroad simulation program was successfully marketed across North America. Sales of the boxed software also expanded into several other countries during this period. Over the next decade, sales began to decline. This was partly due to the continuing growth of Windows, and the inability of the publisher to continue to support the project. Meanwhile, the original developer, Jim Dill, had relocated to Castro Valley in California, and was developing and testing an improved Windows version of the program. This was designed to run trains over background images of track plans, so as to take full advantage of the graphics capabilities of Windows. The new program was to be known as TrainPlayer, and we can take a brief look at an early pre-release version of the program here. Working with a team of enthusiastic testers, the bugs were ironed out, and the first production Windows version, TrainPlayer 1, was released in 2005. Initially, this was an operator-only version, with all its virtual layouts being built and supplied by the TrainPlayer team. TrainPlayer 2 was released in the fall of 2005, with great new artwork for toolbars and dialogues, plus a snazzy new rotary control panel for driving your trains. New tools were introduced for drawing your own virtual tracks onto any layout image, such as those published regularly in the model railroad press. This was the beginning of the TrainPlayer developer version of TrainPlayer. May 2006 saw the expansion of the range of available railroad cars, with a variety of alternative car collections. In November of the same year, a basic scripting system was introduced, which enabled users to provide automatic control to rewind and repeat the actions of their trains. TrainPlayer 3 was released in November 2007. Many major improvements were made during the long life of this version. Layout sounds were added to the program. Chooser dialogues were introduced for downloading layouts and cars directly from the TrainPlayer website. An import tool was added for converting layouts designed with any rail for operation by TrainPlayer. A comprehensive scenery toolkit was added. This included a library of bitmap images to enhance the visual aspects of any layout background. 2011 saw the release of TrainPlayer 4. This introduced an ops system designed to replicate commerce on our virtual railroads. This system has since been superseded by a new advanced ops system in TrainPlayer 7. Module Manager was introduced in 2012 to enable owners of modular layouts to stitch their modules together in various combinations. 2012 also saw the introduction of TrainPlayer 5, with a comprehensive range of UK content added to the layout collections and to the car collections. The optional Chris Peterson cars were also introduced in 2012. This comprehensive and highly detailed collection of cars are drawn in full HO scale. In 2013, TrainPlayer 5 introduced a new slider train control panel and the convenient car inventory bar for adding new cars to your layouts. Other improvements included automatic generation of ties and roadbed, and this was the first version to permit hand dragging of trains and cars. TrainPlayer 6 was released in the late summer of 2014. The key development in this version was an advanced scripting language designed to enable total control of the TrainPlayer interface. No longer were scripts just for driving trains, they could now be used for reading and writing to files, opening and closing dialogues, and managing the interaction between the operator and his layout. The addition of junction actions allowed scripts to be attached to specific track locations, so that they could be attached automatically to passing trains. Version 6 also introduced a range of new car collections. These were rendered at double the resolution of the existing TrainPlayer cars. 2015 saw a major upgrade to the scenery toolkit with the introduction of vector graphics. This package included hundreds of new high-resolution images, together with the necessary drawing and kit building tools for bespoke scenery production. Yardmaster, a scripted version of card order operations, was released in 2016. While Yardmaster is no longer available for TrainPlayer, its algorithms continue to be used within the Advanced Ops system, which was released with TrainPlayer 7 in 2019. Road styles were introduced in 2017 to enable different track, tie, and roadbed styles to be used on different parts of the layout. For example, to clearly mark the main line, or to use a different style for other railroads. TrainPlayer 7, released in 2019, took all the algorithms from the scripted Yardmaster Ops system and built them right into the program, with an accessible Ops central grid for setting up and running your own Ops layouts. This version of TrainPlayer also comes with more than 280 ready-to-run Ops-ready layouts. Most of these were designed by Bruno, specially for this release. Sadly, Bruno passed away very suddenly in May 2020. He is still greatly missed by all members of the TrainPlayer community who knew him. Although TrainPlayer 8.0 was a free upgrade, the key feature of this version is the Paint Shop module, which is offered as an optional chargeable extra. We concentrated on improving the link layouts system for TrainPlayer 8.1, which was released in August 2021. TrainPlayer 8.2 was released in September 2022. This is a major upgrade to the user interface. It is now 31 years since the release of Design Your Own Railroad, and a mere 17 years since TrainPlayer for Windows was born. Hopefully, you can see the improvements we have made in the intervening years. Thank you for watching our brief history of TrainPlayer's development.